here we go. Hello Facebook, hello YouTube, how is everybody? I hope you are super well on this Friday. I was just saying to our friends live here on Instagram that today I've got some really indulgent treats. Okay, this is something a little bit special. You know, I was thinking Christmas, gold, frankincense, myrrh, you know, what could I do that was kind of a little bit more lavish than usual, plus some economical stuff as well, but you know, let's do some of the fun festive things as well. So very nice to have you. Hi there. Hi Juliana, hi Joe, hi Marie, very nice to have you. Hi Rebecca, hi Claire. Just adjust that, make sure that everybody can see properly. So first things first, I was actually just opening some Christmas cards, and which is so nice. Always love that. Look at that. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Yes, it is. This one is actually from my senior health and beauty writer, Ellie. Thanks, Ellie, for sending that. Oh, that's so great what you've said. I've been in awe of your ability to lead the team and continue to be such a beacon of positivity and energy in such trying times. Oh, I hope over the festive period you have some time to kick back, rest and step away from the camera, if only for a few days. Well, yeah, maybe a few days off. Thanks, Els. That's so kind of you. I really appreciate that. Ellie has been with me for a while now and just writes so brilliantly. Those of you who know the magazine will know that the front section of the magazine is really taken up with health and beauty, and a lot of those long form features that require a lot of in-depth research have been put together by Ellie. She is an absolute whiz. So thank you, my love. I was really touched to get that. And I've just taken a quick look at this one actually, and I know who this is from because she sends me one every year. I'm going to have to share it with you. Do you know who this is? Can you guess who that is? Hi Betty, you're manning Facebook today. That's really nice to see you. So Betty is going to be pushing all the links onto Facebook, so everything I talk about will have a link. Obviously I can't link on Instagram, so welcome all those who are new to Instagram watching me here for the first time. What you do is you go to my little biography, my little bio in Instagram, which is next to my little circular picture where there's a bit of blurb, and there's a blue link that says Linktree, and if you click on that then all the links will come up. All else fails, go to lizearlewellbeing.com because it's all on there, all the podcast links, all the articles, the features, the discount codes, all of that. Anyway, who is my lovely friend here? Do you know? Doesn't often look like that, I have to tell you. She usually looks like this. Yeah, it's the glamorous Leslie Joseph. Leslie and I met, must be nearly 30 years ago maybe, when I was at GMTV. And we had a hysterical trip to St. Lucia together. I think I was doing some pieces on the Liz Earle bikini diet back in the day. Oh my goodness. And the programme packed us both off together, and she was just such a hoot. I love her. Oh, she said, Liz, I was supposed to be in Sister Act, thus the card. Hoping you and the family are well. What a year. Have a superior Christmas, Mother Superior. Wonderful Christmas and New Year with love from Leslie, and it says love from the convent. There you go. Thanks, Leslie, my darling. I haven't seen you for far, far too long, and I'm so sorry that you're not able to be on the stage at the moment. Hopefully you will be back very soon. Anyway, I've got another big pile of cards here, but I shall save those for later. I do enjoy it. It's one of my little simple pleasures, actually, sitting down with a cup of tea and, you know, looking through a few Christmas cards. One of the things that I enjoy with my cup of tea, you may have seen me make these on YouTube with my younger daughter Brella. We had a little bit of a kitchen equipment malfunction, but it's fine. Nobody was hurt in the process, and the kitchen is now clean. We were making these, the ginger Christmas pudding energy balls. If you've got your magazine, you'll see this is on page 90 to 91. And they are delicious. In fact, I didn't think that my boys would go for them because they are kind of slightly healthy in that they are oats and cashews and nuts and dried apricots. So they've got lots of iron and protein and lots of healthy vitamins and minerals particularly. And then you top them, as you can see here, that sort of custardy topping is actually melted white chocolate. And I've made the little holly leaves out of 2 pumpkin seeds and a dried cranberry, but you could use a bit of a glacé cherry or anything red really. And you may have seen from my Instagram stories, I made a whole load of these and then I was up in London working, so I came home and I just found 4 of them left in the fridge. So I put a note on saying, do not eat, these are props. But anyway, you can make them little kind of bite size like this. Aren't they so cute? And then just keep them in the fridge because you've got the milk chocolate on the top, and that sets hard. You don't have to cook them. It's easy to do, and you can obviously make little mini ones, or you know, you can make them bigger if you want to, like little Christmas pudding bombs. And they're very gingery because they've got a little bit of dried ginger and some grated fresh ginger. So they are really delicious. And of course, ginger is very good for settling the stomach. So you could have that, you know, after a heavy meal, for example, as a little bit of a digestif. And the chocolate that I've used is the white chocolate here from Salcombe Dairy. Love these guys, British family-run brand. They've given us 10% off with Liz Loves. This white chocolate has no palm oil, so it's really unusual in that it just basically the ingredients are cocoa butter, raw cane sugar, whole milk powder and natural vanilla extract and vanilla seeds, and that's it. And if you see, I just have to hide all this stuff because the gannets in my household just eat everything. You can see it's got little Salcombe ships on it. The video keeps glitching. I'm so sorry. I don't know, is that my connection or your connection, maybe? It's a cloudy day down here in the West Country, so maybe, you know, sometimes when the storm clouds gather. But I'm not doing a live today, so it's just me. So hopefully, who's that sending me lots of hearts? Tanya Jane, hi. Yeah, lots of comments about my YouTube. So do have a look. So I was doing some cooking in the kitchen, and because my younger daughter is back home now from uni, let's hope that they are back. I'm sorry about that. I don't know why you are glitching, but hopefully, let's keep the faith. Hopefully it will be good. I was just saying on Instagram that I was in the kitchen with my younger daughter who's back from uni, and we filmed some little Christmas things. We put them on YouTube. So I was making our Christmas pudding, so we've managed to stir that together and make a wish. And you know, it's not too late. If you haven't made your Christmas pudding, absolutely, you can do it this weekend and it'll be fine for Christmas Day. I was making my little ginger balls. I've been doing kombucha cocktails and really fun things. So do check out the YouTube channel. I hope that you are enjoying that. And there's a lot of chat going on there as well, actually, which is really nice to see. So hi, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's very nice to be with you on a new channel as well, on a new platform. So something that I should be doing, I guess, at this time is feeding my Christmas cake. I don't know who has made their Christmas cake yet. Have you used my recipe? So this is the one that I made. So I've had this in a nice cold, dark place. Once you've made it, you need to keep it cold. I mean, you can keep it in the fridge, but you don't need to be honest. You could keep it, you know, somewhere outside if it was well wrapped up in a shed, for example, or obviously in something like a pantry or an outside cupboard that's on an outside wall, so it is nice and cold, or, you know, a cold store or something like that. So wrap it up. Oh, I can smell it already. So I've wrapped mine in foil, and I haven't actually unwrapped it yet since making it. I probably made this about, when were we doing this? About 3 weeks ago, maybe? So there we are, there's my cake. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to feed it. I'm going to feed the hungry little critter. So I've got a skewer, and I'm just going to give it a good old prod. And then I'm going to take some brandy, not anything expensive, just some cheap like supermarket brandy, you know, cooking brandy. And I'm going to use a teaspoon just to literally feed through the little holes, or if you've got any cracks in the cake, you can just drizzle that in and that will soak in. And you can feed this as often as you like, really. I mean, this is the first time I'm feeding mine, to be honest, but I'll probably give it another couple of goes before Christmas. I mean, I guess it depends, doesn't it, how boozy you like your cake. If you're feeding it to lots of children or anybody who doesn't have any alcohol, then obviously you wouldn't want to do this. But I think it is going to be good. It's actually just, in the scheme of things, just a tiny little amount here that's going on. I'm going to let that soak in. And there you go, delicious. So pop that away. Now I need to wrap that up again. So just keep that airtight, that's the main thing really. Hold that up and that will go back into a nice cold cupboard. And then I'll probably get round to popping some marzipan and icing on that. I don't know, maybe I'll do that. Might wait till Christmas Eve, actually. I don't know. I've got quite a busy week next week. I'm not sure when I'm going to have time to do that, but maybe I'll get the kids to help me. So something else that we are going to be making this weekend, and this in fact is the last day to order it if you're interested, is the gut box, the Good Gut Health box. And this is something that I put together with another great little British company called Freshly Fermented. And many of you I know have already got it. This is how it comes. You get 6 fabulous ferments in the box. Today is the last posting day, so if you want to order it, if you're watching me in real time, then you've got until 5 o'clock, I think, today. And it will come in time for you to make all these lovely things for Christmas. Also comes with lots of recipe cards from my Good Gut Guide book. I just, look at these, my kombucha scobies. I've got to split these out. I haven't had any time really to do that. That's going to be my weekend activity. So in your gut health box, you get your organic kombucha SCOBY, that's in here. They also give you some organic cane sugar and some brilliant tea, the organic tea from Blighty Brew. So you can make, and it has the instructions online on their website, so you can make everything. I'm also going to be making some more kefir. So you get your milk kefir grains in this, and then you also get water kefir. This is the clear one here, if you want to make a probiotic drink that is not using dairy. I've got mine. I've been making mine here. I put it in a milk bottle, but I always have to put kefir very firmly on it, otherwise you know, the kids come along and they just pour it all over their cereal, or they put it in their coffee, and then they go, oh Mum, the milk's gone off. And I say, no, it hasn't gone off, it's kefir. So yeah, so hopefully they read the label. So you can make your own, really, really easy. And then you've got your yogurt. So you can either choose from the Villi yogurt, which is the thin pouring yogurt, which you can make cold. You don't need to have a yogurt maker. It's super easy to do. Or you can choose the Bulgarian yogurt, which I think is actually in my fridge. And that's the slightly thicker one. It makes the most delicious thick yogurt, but you do need a yogurt maker. You can also buy a yogurt maker from them. They have really nice yogurt makers on their website. It's not expensive. Or you can just make it somewhere warm, like you put it on a radiator or in the airing cupboard or somewhere like that, because it needs the warmth to actually set, so it's much firmer. And then you also get the turmeric bug starter, so that makes a really nice turmeric drink, non-alcoholic turmeric drink, which is good for the party season, or well, the festive season. Who's having parties? But anyway, the couple of people that we are allowed to have. And then you also have the starter for the organic creme fraiche. So you could get this and you could make your creme fraiche overnight. So you could have that with your Christmas pudding or your mince pies. Really, really easy to do. And you know, the great thing about this is that once you've got all your ferments going, that's it. You never need to buy them again because you can keep them going. So it's a really economical way of getting lots of fabulous fermented foods into your daily diet. And it's fun and it's a great gift. You know, so if you're stuck for somebody thinking, oh, what am I going to give them? You know, really unusual present, I think. And it, you know, it's the gift that keeps on giving, doesn't it, all year round, because you know, you make it and then it just carries on. So just wanted to mention that because today is the last day. There is a link. There's a link on Linktree if you are on Instagram. I know Betty, you very kindly popped a link up on Facebook. YouTube, you'll see a link online. Go to lizearlewellbeing.com, and if you just put in gut box or good gut box, it'll pop up and there'll be a link. Okay, so that is that one. Now, something else that I'm excited to tell you about, and I told you it was a little bit of indulgence, so now we're going to move into just a bit more upmarket perhaps. Let me grab my document here for the comments, because I have been getting lots of comments coming in, which is great. So let's just refresh this. So that was, gosh, that's our last 12 days of Christmas. You know, we've been doing a different thing every day, highlighting a really good small British brand. So day 12 was the gut box. Last day to place an order by 5 o'clock to get in time for Christmas. Otherwise, of course, you can get it and it'll come after Christmas if you fancy it for the new year. So something else that is actually doing today, which is really good from our friends at Life Armour, just to let you know about that. So you know that the drops that I love in particular are the drops of balance and the drops of slumber. I sleep with these beside my bed. And the drops of immunity. So really nice little set, actually, those three little, they all come in nice little boxes. I think they are excellent. And they are doing a bundle, just to let you know. So they're doing any three for £55, and that saves you 30%, which is good. And then you can use your Liz Loves on top of their bundle price. So Liz Loves, all in capitals as always, gets you 10% off, and that's 10% off their bundle price. So that is a really good deal. And they have said about last posting dates, they've said they are from Friday lunchtime, so that's like today. We're offering free track 24-hour delivery on all orders over £40. So if people still want to buy the bundle, it will arrive in time for Christmas. And my team have said here they've added this as a special thank you for Liz and her audience for supporting small businesses. That's really nice. Thank you guys at Life Armour. So it says final orders need to be placed by 11 AM Tuesday the 22nd to get in time for Christmas. But that's great, isn't it? You get massive savings and you get the free special delivery, so which is tracked, so you can check that it's coming. How brilliant. Now, something that I became aware of a few days ago, and I reached out to them really quickly just because I thought it might be a fun thing to talk about, is British homegrown caviar. Yeah. So this is something that, you know, with restaurants being closed and people not spending money on eating out, a lot of people are actually thinking, well, what can we buy in that's a little bit more special? So instead of spending the money outside, you know, let's get something that comes in. And I was quite interested because I've always been a bit wary of caviar. I mean, not only because it's very expensive, but also because it's not got a particularly great reputation for being sustainable. There are certain chemicals that can be used in the process that kind of artificially give it that little crunch, that little popping, when the little eggs pop in your mouth, that, you know, aficionados are really saying that that's the amazing thing. But, you know, how natural is that, to be honest? So I was very interested to come across this company called the Exmor Caviar Company. And they have thousands and thousands of gallons of this fresh Exmor water that they use in these big enclosed areas for the fish. And they also produce lots of fish. You can buy sturgeon fish and you can buy smoked fish, so it's like smoked salmon. So, you know, every bit is used and it's produced in a very environmentally friendly way, unlike a lot of the other caviars. So they have just put a couple of things onto my radar. And caviar is normally so expensive, it's just ridiculous. It's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds. And there's, you know, it's still not cheap, I have to say, but this is their, I think this is their 50 gram little tin. Isn't that cute? It comes in a little presentation box with a little mother of pearl spoon, because apparently when you eat caviar, you shouldn't use a metal spoon because that gives it a metallic taste. So what you do is you spoon it out using one of these little spoons. And then what the purists will do is they'll serve it on a little buckwheat blini, like a little tiny buckwheat pancake with a bit of creme fraiche. So you can make your own creme fraiche, obviously. Or you just put it on the back of your hand like that and you literally just take it like that. So it's quite an indulgent thing, don't you think? Anyhow, so they do little teeny weeny tins like this. Okay, if you just wanted to taste, and these I think are £20, these little tiny tins, but what an amazing thing just to experience. So I thought, you know, in the interest of research, because, you know, I am just that kind of person, I ought to just have a little tiny taste. I've actually got this little old, I think it was a mustard spoon, it's like made of horn or something like that. And these little teeny weeny eggs, let's just pop that on there like that. Ooh, very fishy, very salty. I guess what you'd expect. Oh, that is just a little bit of a treat, I have to say. If that is the kind of thing that floats your boat and you want to be a bit more sustainable and also support a local British business rather than something that's coming in. Usually caviar comes in from places like Iran or China or you know, places much further away in Asia. Wow. When I went onto their website to have a look, I was really intrigued to see all the different things that they're doing, because they also make this thing called Caviar Salt, and I'm totally going to go and buy some. It is a black salt, and what they do is they use 20% of the eggs, because these little tiny eggs that they put in the tin, they can only put them in there if they're whole, so they look, you know, they look like the real thing. I mean, they are real caviar. But when the eggs break, they can't use them. And obviously, they're very fragile, very delicate. So what they do is they dry them and they mix them with Cornish sea salt, and then you can use that as a caviar salt sprinkling. So you could sprinkle that onto fish. You could use it on things like quail's eggs or hard-boiled eggs. You know, what an amazing present! How unusual, how original! I just thought that was a really great, you know, great way of thinking about things. You know, how can we use every single thing so that there's nothing wasted, zero waste. And the other thing that they make, and in fact this is what they've given us, just as a thank you for me mentioning it, is with Liz Loves, they will give any order, I think over the 50-gram jar of caviar, if you put Liz Loves in the notes, they will send you a pack of supplements, and they make these amazing supplements for the skin and for health. So they use the oil, so they're using, it's like fish oil, only it's fortified with, you know, really natural things. It's got lots of vitamin D and vitamin E, and your high levels of EPA and DHA, and they are called Caviar Pearls, and they come in a little box, and they're normally £65 for a pack of supplements. I mean, you know, they are pricey, but that comes free. So there you go. So they haven't had time, because this was kind of a last-minute thing, they haven't had time to set up the code on the website. So if you do go on there, if you do want to order, if it's over, I think, the 50-gram jar size or tin size of caviar, just put Liz Loves in the notes, and they'll send you a free box of those really interesting sounding supplements. So there you go, little extra Christmas present. So it's quite nice to share, and just to, you know, just to again highlight brands that are doing things differently, that are British, that are local, much more sustainable, much more environmentally responsible. And just as a comparison, I thought I would try this. This says on it, I bought this in the supermarket yesterday for about £4. So, and it says caviar in big letters, and I was thinking, wow, caviar for £4, that's amazing. And of course it isn't, it's lumpfish. Not quite sure where this comes from. Does it say? Don't think it does. It says it's lumpfish roe, and I would imagine that it, I mean, it's got all sorts of things in it. It's got a bit of sugar in it, some stabilizer, acidity regulator, preservative. Yeah, you know, I mean, it looks like caviar, but it's not caviar. And if I just open this, you can see, look at that. And you can use this. So I use my little spoon here. You know, I think this is really, the taste is really good, actually. Quite gritty. And it's a bit sort of, oh, it's a bit sharper, I have to say, slightly sour. But, you know, just a few little sprinklings. If you were going to do some little canapes for Christmas, if you were going to do that little mini pancakes, spare egg, and top it with some smoked salmon or something like that. So, you know, or a little bit of hard-boiled egg, something like that, just with a little bit of something slightly special on top. Why not? Better pop that back in the fridge. So that was my indulgence for caviar. I told you it was going to be a bit of an indulgent Friday. And what else I was thinking about indulgence? So I was thinking, well, it's got to be gold, hasn't it? Gold, frankincense and myrrh. I haven't quite got that, but we've got, actually we've got frankincense from some of the lovely scented candles. Anybody's got their True Grace candle. They've got really beautiful ones for Christmas. Their Advent candles are amazing. The Christmas scent is really good. And we do still get the discount on True Grace with Liz Loves. So don't forget that if you're after something scented, perhaps for the frankincense. But I'm going to share a couple of things now on the gold. So, first of all, you've spotted I've been wearing my Annie Reid gold belt. And Annie and I reconnected, having known each other from the Isle of Wight, I don't know, 30 years ago. And she's got her great little online shop called Sansom Reid, and I've been watching her Instagram lives because she's in her studio every day and she talks through all the different things she gets. She buys small amounts of, you know, really nice, well-chosen clothes and just puts them together. I think particularly for midlife women, I think she does it really well. And anyway, a couple of things that I really like, which I've talked about before. Oh, I love these belts that she's got, these sort of slightly glittery. She's got them in virtually every colour. So I just kind of like the gold one because it just makes me feel a bit more festive. And she's also got those lovely headbands. And I think those prices start at about £12. So, you know, really reasonable. And they look great, those headbands. They look really expensive. And we get a 10% discount with Liz Loves. And she's giving us the discount on all her all her belts, all her headbands, and all her dresses. Okay? So, what's that? Oh, you've got one of the headbands, Tanya, the green one that Liz had. Yes. Excellent. No, the freshly fermented, there isn't a Liz Loves, and that's because we've done a special price already. It's actually a Liz Earle Wellbeing collaboration box, so it's already reduced in price. So that's why it comes as it is. So yeah, those headbands I think are great. So again, I think Annie's last posting date is Monday, I think. So yeah, check that out if you want to get anything there. Now, talking about gold, you will probably have seen that I've been talking about the LED mask that my lovely eldest daughter Lily has been importing from South Korea. And she was very excited this week because she had her first bit of editorial coverage in none other than British Vogue, which is amazing. And I said to her, listen, honey, when I was starting out, you know, with the beauty company all those years ago, we didn't get our first bit of coverage in British Vogue. You know, it took us a while to work up to that. So, you know, massive, massive congrats and success. And the Vogue beauty director was just singing its praises, saying how brilliant it is. So I know some of you have already got it. It is amazing. And I'm going to be talking more about LED technology in the spring because I am seriously impressed. It is not cheap, but boy, does it work. Oh my goodness. I'll just tap mine on. So it will flicker, these little lights. They don't flicker in real life, it just flickers through the screen. But I think there's 1,073 little bulbs. That's the blue mode that does acne, and then the pink mode that does rosacea and skin scarring, and then the fast mode, anyway, and then you turn it off. Anyway, I use this every night now. Lily actually lent this to me. I know, darling, I have to actually pay you for it at some point, but I will do, I promise, because I do love it. Anyway, something else that she has got on the Sell Return UK website, and she gave this to me to try, and I just thought it was a bit of a gimmick, actually, but I have to say, since using it, I'm again really impressed. It's those South Koreans, they seriously know their skincare. And this is hyaluronic acid, which is an ingredient that we've talked about a lot before. I know Ellie has written about it for the magazine. And hyaluronic acid is a natural skin moisturizing sugar. We produce it naturally in our skin. And it's one of those things that we produce when we are young. So teenagers, one of the reasons why their skin is so glowy and plump and smooth is because they're just full of hyaluronic acid. And of course, as we age, so our ability to produce it declines, like so many things, like our hormones and all of that. So actually topping up hyaluronic acid on the surface of the skin can be a really good thing. And this is the Cell Return one. And they've not only used hyaluronic acid, but they've also included real gold particles, because there's also been quite a bit of interesting research showing the effects of real gold leaf on helping to rejuvenate the skin. So I thought, I'm not quite sure about that, you know, but honestly, looking at the research, it's really quite interesting. And what I like about this, regardless of the gold, is some of the other ingredients that they've combined in here, because they've got ingredients to calm redness, and they've got niacinamide, which is really good for irritation. Again, that's an ingredient that Ellie has written a lot about, and you're seeing that in a lot of really expensive skincare at the moment. So I will just show you on the back of my hand. Literally, you just need a drop. I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to use it like that because it just disappears. And the gold flecks, I don't know whether you can see it on my hand, but it just gives that little gleam to the skin. Oh, it matches my gold nails. Look, I had those yesterday at Margaret Dabbs, one of her gold polishes. It's feeling very kind of goldy and festive. Anyhow, I think that it's great. It doesn't smell. It's just one of the things. I use my mask last thing at night, and then I use the this hyaluronic acid with the niacinamide in there. And they've got it on sale on their website. You know, it is expensive. It's normally, I think, £120. This is, I think, with the sale, it's 109 or something like that. But you can use your Liz Loves that takes another 10% off. So it brings it down, I think, to It brings it down to somewhere in the 90s, which is a lot, but it is an extraordinary product, and it is something I think that is working. And I guess you'll need to use a tiny bit of it. So if you are looking perhaps just for something that's a little bit high end, there you go. And I think their last posting day for the hyaluronic acid and for the mask, I think, is Monday, I think. But check that out. That's salereturnuk.com. And you'll see my lovely Lily on there. And just, yeah, do follow her. She's on Instagram. She's doing really amazing things. And I think, you know, she's just starting this journey. And obviously, if you missed me talking about it earlier, it really came out because she was made aware of the LED technology and the near-infrared light technology for pain relief, for migraine. And you can buy these kind of helmets that can help some people with bad migraine or cluster headaches, which is the kind that she's been getting. And for her, it hasn't been the full answer, definitely, but what she was really intrigued about was then to discover the skin rejuvenating properties. So that's kind of led her into something really exciting. So I think watch this space. There's going to be a lot of chat about that in the new year, with all these beauty tech things that are non-invasive. You know, they're not surgical, and yet they really deliver extraordinary results. Really, really extraordinary. I think the whole thing with near-infrared light is very interesting as well. Very few of the masks, I'm not sure if there are any others on the market that combine such high-powered LED with near-infrared. So I'm sure we will be talking about that more and more in the future. I've got some questions here that need answering. So, what is your favourite tradition on Christmas Day? That's from Tracy on Instagram. Oh gosh, I think it probably is first thing in the morning when all my kids, even those who are, you know, super old and way bigger and older than the little ones, just come in and jump on my bed and unpack their stockings, and there's like tissue paper everywhere. And, you know, eating a whole little bag of chocolate coins before breakfast, you know, all of that. That's, you know, simple things. And I love the Boxing Day walk. You know, I like the traditional foods. I love the fact that we have a late lunch. We normally have maybe a glass of something and some little canapes while we maybe open some presents. And we usually go to church on Christmas morning. Don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to do it virtually. My brother is playing at Canterbury Cathedral, so we'll probably watch that online and watch him because he's one of the organists there. And then, yeah, come back, have a glass of something, sit around under the tree, maybe open a few presents. Then we wait, and then we watch the Queen's speech at 3. Then we have our turkey. And then we usually eat so much that we can't move. So it's just traditional. It's literally, you know, turkey, sprouts, roast potatoes, all the trimmings, stuffing, chestnuts, cranberry sauce, bread sauce that I make using sourdough bread. So it's really easily digested. It's a really good one. Actually, the recipe is in Healthy Happy Christmas, the download, if you haven't got that. And then Christmas pudding, obviously, which we set fire to. Try not to get the whole place going up in flames. Usually manage to set the holly on fire. We put a sprig of holly on the middle and put gold or coins in, usually just like 20p pieces wrapped in tin foil that we stick into the pudding for people to find. And then, you know, it's usually sit in front of the TV, watch whatever the Christmas special is, and then in the evening it's maybe just making a big cheese board, mince pies, cream, probably more chocolate from the stockings. And then the next day will be Boxing Day ham and a walk. Try and go for a big long walk, take the dogs out, get everyone together, wrapped up warm. Doesn't really matter what the weather's like, we just all head out there. So yeah, that's, you know, quite simple, but always the same. And I guess there's familiarity and comfort, isn't there, in just doing the same things, and quite simple pleasures. And I think, you know, I always try not to get too stressed about the Christmas lunch, because when you think about it, it's just a large roast chicken, basically, at the end of the day. You know, it's nothing majorly special. We'll probably do some extra side dishes. I really like red cabbage. Red cabbage with sultanas is a really good one. Try and get a few more greens in there. Maybe I'll probably do some kale, maybe with some roasted hazelnuts, just try and make that a bit more exciting. So yeah, it is the little things, isn't it? Yeah, perfect kind of the day. I'm really looking forward to it, actually. When is the last live before Christmas with you, Liz? And that's from Sarah. Okay, good to get it all scheduled in. So what are we today? We're Friday, so I will be doing my live on Monday, and then I'll be doing my live on Wednesday, so that's the 23rd. And then I won't be doing a live on Christmas Day. I'll probably pop onto my Instagram. I'll probably do a little bit of something. I'll probably pop something in my stories and just share the day. But I am going to be doing something special on YouTube. I'm going to load something special onto YouTube, which I'm recording next week. And that will probably, it might go live on Wednesday evening or the Thursday. So make sure that you're subscribed to Liz Earle Wellbeing on YouTube, because there will be just a little special Christmas thing coming your way. This was from Nikki, actually, on YouTube. Hi Nikki, you say, oh, the Christmas pudding energy balls. Love this, it made me laugh out loud. Super easy and no baking involved, which is ideal if you want something quick. I should be trying these out for sure. Thanks Nikki, glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, you know, we did think halfway through and we had our big kitchen mishap that maybe we should just scrap it and start again. And I said, actually, let's just carry on. Because it's just kind of what happened, so it's real. There we go. This is from MJ on YouTube. Says, thank you Liz, another great IGTV. You give us so much, it's much appreciated. Your skin is looking fabulous. Okay, well I have to say, that LED mask and that hyaluronic acid I think is good. And I also, as you know, I'm a big fan of Beauty Pie. I like the retinols. I've been using those now for the last couple of years. Really do rate them. Oh, and you say, actually, I'm waiting for my Beauty Pie order, which should be arriving anytime now. Excellent. So yeah, Beauty Pie, I love it because it's really inexpensive but very, very good quality, and you get your free month. Don't forget, it's a membership scheme. You have to join up. You join up for 3 months. It's as little as £10 a month. You get your first month free with Liz Loves, all in capitals, and then it gives you access to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds worth of savings. I mean, it is really, really good. And you know, you can trust me on this. I wouldn't stand here and say, absolutely, I think you should do it if I didn't genuinely believe it. And I do. And I love Marcia, the founder. I think she's great. And I love everything that she does. This is from Annette, also on YouTube. And Annette says, well done, Liz. Love all your posts and excellent advice, which is all well researched. I've been using Better You Vitamin D 3000 and Magnesium Night Spray for years. I highly recommend. Absolutely, that Better You is a really, really good range. If you want high strength vitamin D, then there is that 3000 international units, which is obviously 3 times more than the regular one, which is 1000. And all their magnesium sprays, and they've got the vitamin B12 spray, if that's something that you're interested in. They've got those really amazing bath salts full of magnesium. I had a really stiff back actually, and I saw Michael in the park this week. I was doing my skipping, I don't know if you saw me, and I was complaining to him that my lower back was really stiff, and he said, oh, don't forget, you know, your magnesium bath soaks, go and have a magnesium salt bath. And I said, actually, do you know what? I've just been sent some by Better You, so that's really good timing. And we do have the discount also on Better You. Let me just have a quick look here and refresh my memory as to what we get. So 15%, not on the test kits and bundles, but on their main products, 15% off on Better You, which is great, and that's betteryou.com. Just use your Liz Loves code for that. Excellent. So I hope you have really, really enjoyed all those lovely things. We do have, if you are late to be giving somebody a Christmas present, want to send them something, you could send them a subscription to Liz Earle magazine, the Wellbeing magazine. We've got the little Ishka pots of skin balm that come as a free gift, and you can either have that sent to you if you want to keep the gift, or you can have it sent to the person who gets the magazine, so that's entirely up to you. But you know, these are last minute things that you can do online, which are really easy. And if you've, you know, suddenly having a panic that you've forgotten somebody, or you've suddenly been locked down for whatever reason, or can't go out, then lots happening online. Talking of which, before I go, I'm going to be doing a couple of things from A Healthy Happy Christmas over the weekend. I hope you've downloaded your copy. One of the things that I'm going to be doing is some house decoration. I really like using natural botanicals in the home, and so I'm going to be doing things like, let me show you, there's a little step-by-step there on making wreaths, super easy, and also making things like botanical balls using rosemary, hanging up balls, and lots about using fir cones and fir trees. And actually I was in town yesterday and I wanted to get some berries for decorating, just to put on the mantelpiece with a little bit of foliage, bring in some ivy and bits and pieces. You can probably see here in the background. So I found these. These were quite expensive. I got these from a florist. I think they're called Christmas Ilex, I think is the name. But they were £10 a stem, which I thought was actually quite a lot. But the florist did assure me that if I split the stems and soaked them in water, that they would last for weeks and weeks. So that's something that I will be doing later. But then I went into Waitrose and I found these, again, 3 bunches for £8. Christmas Ilex. I thought that was quite good value, so I thought, well, I'll have those as well. And then I also picked up some of these, and these I guess are quite appropriate, being Wellbeing botanicals. These are actually the berries from Hypericum, and Hypericum, as I'm sure you know, is St John's wort, and St John's wort extract is really good for helping to calm anxiety, and again they last a long time. Things like berries, if you can, you know, split the stems, keep them in lots and lots of water, keep refreshing the water, so it's like having a fresh bit of water to drink every few days. They will keep going all the way through the festive season, so I thought I'm going to do some arranging with those. Those are my weekend tasks, and I will make sure that I pop pictures on my Instagram, on my stories, so I hope you enjoy looking at those. Yes, indeed, this is my wild rose necklace. So just also to say, I think the last posting date for these is maybe Monday or Tuesday. So this is 25% off all my wild rose collection. So this is the little necklace, and this is in Fairtrade Gold Vermeil, 24 carat, and it's either rose gold or yellow gold. I've got my earrings in, you can see. Normally I just wear the studs, but actually today, because we're getting festive, I've just added the little dangly rose leaves. But they come off, so you can have them either just as the studs on their own, like that, which I really like, or you can add the leaves, and then there's also a little glitter amethyst crystal drop that you can add as well to really glam it up. I'll be wearing those on Christmas Day, I expect, when I want to look a bit more glam. So those, and then these rings, actually, these aren't from the Wild Rose collection, these are Ivy. I've got both of them on. I've got the rose gold and the yellow gold, and if you can see, if you look at the cover of the magazine, you can see I'm actually wearing them there stacked together. I quite like the stack. So yeah, so those are the eucalyptus rings, but the ivy necklace and the bracelet and all the earring sets from the Wild Rose collection are all 25% off. You don't need a code, just go to lizearlejewelry.com and you will find them there, and they come all beautifully gift boxed and everything, so it's a lovely gift. Anyway, that is about it for me. I'm going to go back and start opening the rest of my Christmas cards. I hope you have a lovely rest of the day. Fabulous Friday. Don't miss, today I've got a podcast that's going live. My Friday 5 podcast will be live a little bit later today. It's with Zana Morris, and we take a really deep look at that supplement that slims your waist while you sleep, Amino Slim. We do a deep dive talking all about that because I really wanted to get to the bottom of how that was working. So do take a listen. We talk about other things as well, but that was really one of the focuses. I hope you're signed up to the newsletter. That's coming out today. Amy sends that out at 3:59 in the afternoon. So if you haven't yet signed up to subscribe, you need to get on the list before 3:59 if you want to receive that in your inbox at around 4 o'clock. Anyway, do leave me comments. I'd love to hear from you, see what you think about everything. And I'll be back with you live on Monday. So have a lovely weekend and take care. Stay healthy, stay safe. Bye-bye.